Welcome back to Brian's Art of Creation, and for today there's a topic, a concept that I wanted to start this sculpture with. And where I started with was the quote or the idea of a tear shed stains the cheek, but a tear held back stains the soul. And this gave a lot of meaning and a lot of ideas as I was creating this. And so I wanted to share the concept and try to do it in an emotional way. So I started off with this girl and just tried to capture the emotion in both of these pieces. Starting off, her holding it back, and then just letting it all flow out and just being able to see her just let it out. And so the whole story, the whole concept behind this quote is that when you shed a tear, it stains your cheek. That tear, you let it out. It's perfectly okay to feel your emotions, to let out your sadness, your disappointment, your failures, and just to get it off of your chest. Because what happens is you let it all out into that one tear or that stream of tears. And all it does is it goes down your face. Might smear your makeup, might get your face all red for a little while, but it's out and you feel so much better afterwards because everything is out. However, when you hold things in, especially these strong emotions that can form these tears, it stays inside and it drips down onto your soul. And when it does that, it leaves a stain. And that stain just stays inside you. So that sadness, that anger, that upset, that failure, instead of just taking that one moment to just let it out and not worry about what anybody around you says or thinks as they're watching, but you hold on to it, and now you're not just holding on to it for that moment. You're holding on to it for a lot longer, for days, for weeks, even years in some cases, until you decide to address it, until you decide to actually go inside your soul and to clean that mess up. Now, obviously, some of these are going to take a while to let out, but it's still going to feel so much better, even if it takes a little time to overcome, a few sessions of crying to let these things out, rather than holding them back and trying to just forget about them, just trying to bury them, just trying to cover them up. So that's what this special sculpture is for today. I want you guys to think about that and some of the things that you've been doing. And as you take on this new year, I want you to think about really capturing your emotions and being aware of them and being open to letting them out. Your sadness, your happiness, go out there, celebrate, go out there and cry, go out there and do whatever it is that you feel you need to let out instead of trying to hold everything in. And creativity is one way of letting things out, whether it's through art, through drawing, through painting, through sculpture, through cooking. All of these things is just one of many outlets to kind of just throw it all out there. Throw some paint on a canvas, throw some marks, some crayons on a piece of paper, and just let out all your emotions in that and see what comes out. It doesn't have to be amazing. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for listening. For everyone listening on the podcast, check out the YouTube video. That way you can see the sculpture that went hand in hand with this. And for this new year, there are still a few things I'm trying to figure out. So these first couple months are going to be a little experimental, I'm going to say. But what I want to do is a lot more storytelling this year. So every month, the end goal is to do one new piece a week. It's not the goal to have a finished piece, but to have a sketch that tells a story. So one week, the first week will end up being about, sharing some inspiration. The second week, I would like to do a story I create inspired by some of my little heroes. And then after that, for the third week, I want to be able to take on a character, either an actor and do a likeness of, one of the quotes, something that inspired me from them, or taking characters from movies that have inspiration behind them. So for example, doing like a Moana piece or a Frozen character and just bringing to life what they stand for and the struggles that they were able to overcome, or to dig in and do fairy tales and just kind of share my own personal story inspired by that. And then for the last week, it'll be kind of a mix up of things and maybe do some time lapses or some sketchbook type of things, just to kind of share the things I've been working on. It's going to be kind of an open video. But please let me know what you guys think about this. If you guys would like longer time lapses, if you guys would like more kind of chopped up in small segments, or if you guys are enjoying the story, if there's anything you guys got, please let me know. Thank you guys so much for following along. Thank you guys for watching. And I have some new videos coming out, as well as some new courses digging into creativity and kind of just how to rediscover yourself. So, thank you guys so much for listening, and I will talk to you guys next week.